Hi, Dr. Joe Vitale here. I'm very excited to announce an inspired new certification program. It's the Ho'oponopono certification program. This has never been done before. It's brand new, and it's been inspired by divinity. It came to guitar monk Matthew Dixon and myself, Joe Vitale. Now, you probably know that I wrote the book Zero Limits well over 10 years ago at this point. This book introduced Ho'oponopono to the world. You probably read it. You probably know of it. It's been translated in many languages, and it's still making a difference in the world. And you probably know that I co-authored it with Dr. E. Haleakula Hu Lin, who was the man who introduced Ho'oponopono to me. And together we created this book, and we went on and did 3 seminars together. And he came to my house, and we had many meetings, and I went to do trainings with him in California and elsewhere. He also came to the city where I live, and we had some dinners, and we had more conversations. So I've had a lot of in-depth training and experience with Dr. Hu Lin personally. And when we did the 3 seminars, which we called Zero Limits 1, 2, and 3, they were mind-expanding and heart-opening. In many ways, they changed my life forever, including the hundreds of people who attended those live. But what you may not know is the very first seminar was never released on video. Never. And it contained some breakthrough material, but even more than that, I kept learning Ho'oponopono, and guitar monk Matthew Dixon and I actually used Ho'oponopono and inspiration to create a series of music albums that have been changing people's lives, At Zero, Aligning to Zero, and many other ones. And so as I kept practicing Ho'oponopono and kept expanding my mind and my heart, and guitar monk Matthew Dixon kept doing the same thing, we kept having new insights and new inspirations, and then we started to get the nudge to create a certification program, and it seemed to come directly from the divine right to us. And we began working on it. We wanted it to be more than what was already in the book Zero Limits, and even more than what was in the sequel to my book, because 10 years after I wrote Zero Limits, I wrote At Zero. And this contains a lot of stories from me and other people, and more philosophy and more techniques to go even deeper into Ho'oponopono. But we wanted the certification program to go deeper than everything else, everything that had already been done. We wanted to pull out all the stops. We wanted to actually let divinity inspire us and lead us to create this so it was the best of anything ever available about Ho'oponopono. So this is the certification program. It is brand new. It has just been released. We are very excited about it. This page describes everything, and you need to read it closely because this is an educational system that takes you through a multi-week course where you're going to be able to see that footage that was never released before of Dr. Hu Lin and myself, and you're going to be able to experience a lot of new techniques, a lot of new information. Yes, some of it will be familiar to you. Obviously, the 4 phrases, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, are at the core of modern Ho'oponopono. But we go further than that. In fact, I went further than that when I wrote the book At Zero. But we've gone further than all of it. So even if you read Zero Limits and you read At Zero, we're now going beyond it with all the information, the audio and the video and the rare footage from Dr. Hu Lin, from myself, and from guitar monk Matthew Dixon. All of that is in this certification program. Now, this program is designed to teach you everything from the basics to the advanced of Ho'oponopono. So you know this, and you can live this, and you can practice this, and you can teach it to others if you like. Now, this is a program for you because you're here and because you're paying attention to what I'm having to say. Obviously, you came here for a reason. Obviously, you're interested in Ho'oponopono, and you're probably interested in being certified as a certified Ho'oponopono practitioner. Well, if all of that is true, then all you have to do now is review this page, and then if you're interested and you feel your heart is nudging at you or tugging at you or inspiring you to sign up for this, I say do it. I say that there are moments in life that change your life forever. They're those defining moments when you make a decision, and that decision takes you in a new direction or a deeper direction. And I believe that's what's going on here today. This has been a new direction for me, for guitar monk Matthew Dixon, for all the people at Statbrook and Global Sciences who are behind this certification program. And I invite you to review this, sit with it, meditate on it, and if it really feels like it's right for you, then go ahead and sign up for it. You will love the detail. You will love the program. If you already love Ho'oponopono, then this is going to make you even more passionately in love with this life-altering technology. or modality or spirituality, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, Ho'oponopono has changed my life. It's changed everybody's life, including Dr. Hulan, including Guitar Monk Matthew Dixon. All of us have been changed by this very simple program. But don't be deceived by how simple Ho'oponopono is. I was on a call recently where people were asking me questions about Ho'oponopono and how do they say the phrases? Who do they say the phrases to? Do they say them to other people? Do they say them inside themselves? What order do they say them in? Why do they have to say the phrases at all? Why do they have to say, I love you, I'm sorry? What else can they do besides the phrases? They had all these questions, and I realized even with the trainings that are out there, even with my books that are out there, even with the available information that you can find by Googling around, there isn't everything in one place like there is now. And now not only can you get all of the education and absorb it and use it and practice it and change your life, but you can be certified as a Ho'oponopono practitioner. So this is the best of all worlds. So I encourage you, review the site. If it feels right, if you feel inspired, sign up. Meanwhile, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. The clearer you are, the faster you manifest. So what I wanted to talk about today is how do you get clear? I want to give you 7 ways to get clear. Because if you get clear of those counter intentions, for the most part, what you want to have, do, or be comes along very quickly. The clearer you are, the faster you manifest. What I want you to do for this first step, and this is worth writing down, is to playfully declare what you would have to experience. What would you like to have, do, or be? One way of doing this is to pretend if it fell out of, this is a wonderful sky here, if it fell out of the sky into your lap, what would you welcome into your life? If you can just open the present and there it is. And this could be anything. On one of my blog posts, I had written about a fellow who started using the phrase, wouldn't it be cool if, fill in the blank. Wouldn't it be cool if you attracted the car you're looking for? Wouldn't it be cool if you got the ideal job? Wouldn't it be cool if you healed the health concern that you had? Wouldn't it be cool if you attracted unexpected income of a particular amount? Wouldn't it be cool if you opened the business you've always wanted? But notice, for the most part, what I'm hearing, there's a sense of detachment and there's a sense of playfulness here. What most people do wrong when they state an intention is that they're desperate for the intention. What does it mean if you're desperate for the intention?
You'll continue to be desperate.
You're going to continue to be desperate, but why?
You fear it won't happen.
You're fearing it won't happen. If you're desperate for something, unconsciously you're stating, I don't believe this is going to happen. If this doesn't happen, my whole world's got to fall apart. This stuff probably doesn't even work. Law of attraction probably isn't even real. Joe Vitale is probably full of it. You know? But what you want to have when you state your intention is a clarity of purpose that has a sense of fun to it. Wouldn't it be cool if is a wonderful question to start using for your intentions. By saying the phrase, would it be cool, you take off a lot of the desperation and the urgency that people put on. I tell people that you can virtually have anything you want as long as you don't need it. As soon as you say you need it or you must have it, you've added an energy to your intention that's got to push it away. Because your unconscious mind, the universe, God, whatever you want to respond to or say this higher power is got to respond to your unconscious feelings. And if you're saying, wow, wouldn't it be cool if, but it's not going to happen to me, it's got to respond to the it's not going to happen to me energy. So the first way to get clear is to be focused on what you want very clearly, but without an attachment to it. Wouldn't it be cool if? And I mean, have fun with this. Wouldn't it be cool if? Notice I'm smiling as I'm thinking about this, because there's a playful, childlike quality to this. You look at catalogs and go, wouldn't it be cool if I had that? Wouldn't it be cool if I met this particular person? The trick is you write all these things down, like wouldn't it be cool if, and you fill in the blank in a notebook or whatever, and you more or less forget about it. You've planted an order, you've planted a signal, you've planted a request with the universe. When you go back and check your book and your listing later, you'll find out more often than not, it's like, oh, that did happen, but I forgot all about it. That came true, but I wasn't even thinking about it. The universe, in many ways, realigns itself and repositions everybody as if we're chess pieces to make our dreams come true. But you have to go and state what those are. So the very first thing we want to talk about is that clarity of intent. Wouldn't it be cool if? So that's the first way to get clear, because the clearer you are, the faster you get to manifest. Anybody want to guess what the second way is?